All right, welcome to the Outdoor Ways. I'm out here fishing with Sean today. Yeah, this guy's been fishing for years, cooking, private chef, runs a catering company now. Man, I heard about this guy. On this episode, we go through how to use a Hobie kayak canoe for fishing. And then we're gonna go out to see kayak. We're gonna kind of learn a few things about fishing. Thirdly, we're gonna just learn a simple fried fish. What are we gonna get into?
Make it happen. Hopefully some mahi and some shibi.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What goes into like planning a little bit? Do you like what goes into before this? You kind of say, hey, we're waiting out for weather.
Yeah, we got to have the weather good. It has to be offshore winds.
Yeah, so you use like what do you use to check all that?
Windy.
Windy.
Windy.ty.
Cool.
That's a good one. And then just weather, and in Hawaii it kind of always changes, so you got to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Check it up through the hour before you go out, because yesterday it might have been something else, and
looks
like tomorrow will be good. All right, so basically they're the same besides the seats. So we'll try on this one. This will be the one I'm in. So we're gonna get out, drop these in off the shore. Stick those pedals right down in. Straight down. Yep. Okay, you're good. And then you're going to put down the rudder. The rudder goes down with this cord here.
Okay.
So pull it.
Okay, got it.
See how it flips down in the back?
Got it.
It can't go down as far as it needs to go right now, obviously.
Got it. Yeah.
But then you're going to pull it like 3 good pulls and cleat it right in here.
Oh, 3 good pulls will just make sure it's all the way.
Make sure it's all the way down.
All the way engaged.
And then cleat it here tight.
Okay.
And then you're going to be able to steer right here.
Okay.
When you come in, obviously you need to uncleat it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little shore break, so you kind of get some speed going.
Yeah.
Pull up your pedals. Then uncleat this, and then pull that up, and then you can beach it, and then it doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry, push off. We're like, what if we get in trouble out there? You get anything?
Yeah, we got an EPIRB.
So
it's just a little handheld device.
Cool.
Press the button, and they'll come. We got radios, and then cell phone. When you're within 3 miles of shore, actually your cell phone is the best.
Actually, sweet.
We've actually gotten rescued before off our jet skis.
Oh, damn.
They make you calling on your cell phone.
Oh, your jet ski died out there?
Yeah, it died,
nice.
And then so they're able to come rescue from pinpointing on your phone. So
Sweet.
we got pedals. I just fixed them up yesterday. I got it kind of like duck.
And this is advantageous. Probably keeps you out of trouble. Like you can actually fish, move, same time.
Yeah,
There's waves, wind.
And you can fight the fish with the kayak, kind of like you do on a boat. So if you hook a fish, you kind of want to keep the pressure on it. It's hard to reel as fast.
Kind of want to go diagonal if you catch one. Yeah, not less because you don't want to get the slack.
Yeah, I mean they'll be out to the back because you'll want to keep going away from it, and that way you're kind of fighting. Because otherwise, these fish can swim like 40 miles per hour. They'll swim at you. They'll shake their head. You're not going to go 40 miles on a kayak, but you'll at least try to keep the pressure.
He texted me. We gotta make sure the sharks aren't hungry. What happens if a shark gets on my line?
Hopefully it breaks off.
Hopefully it breaks off. Okay.
But yeah, they'll usually bite it off. But the last time we went up there, we hooked 6 shibis. 5 of them got eaten by sharks.
Shut up.
So.
Damn.
And that was in a boat, which is a little easier. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But so you don't want to put a trolling rod out if there's a lot of people, and if you're going to go catch bait where all the bait is, because then the line you're trolling is going to get tangled around everyone, and that's where you pick.
Got it. Okay, sweet.
Just try to keep an eye on it.
Got it.
Then
sick.
Yeah, so we're going to put a block in this front part here because this is where we don't want water just splashing up.
Okay.
So we're going to have fish bags up here with the ice in them. That's a nice thing about having the double kayak is you can hold about 200 pounds of fish you could put up. We're going to launch, and then we're going to go out. I use Navionics on my phone, that kind of...
Navionics?
Navionics.
That's just the Onyx for marine.
Yeah, so in any case, we'll use that. There's ledges on there. There's marks where I found the school of Opello before.
Yeah, okay.
Opello's a scad mackerel. So we're going to be going along looking for the bait pile to come up on the fish finder.
Yeah.
And when it does, we just drop it down. There's going to be a rig on the end of here with 6 hooks.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So once we go over the bait pile, we just drop it down. It goes down real fast.
Yep.
Hits as soon as it stops going down, you flip this and you crank it up as quick as you can.
Okay.
They like to chase.
Okay.
So when it stops going down, they either are on it or it went past them, and then you want to drag it up through them again.
Okay.
So it needs to be moving. If it's just there, like you'll see a lot of people drop it down and go like this.
Yeah.
They might bite it, but they'd rather chase it.
Oh, you need to let it go all the way down, then crank it all the way back up, let it go back down. They're going to bite it on the way down or the way up.
Or the way up, yep. So you just down, up, down, up, down, up. And then all of a sudden, boom, you'll feel them on. It'll be shaking like this.
Yeah.
If it's vibrating, you know you got the Opello. If it's like doom, 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 that's something that we don't want. But so it'll be vibrating, and then what you want to do is just reel it really slow, because they have very soft mouths. So you definitely don't set the hook, because if you set the hook, it just pulls it out of their mouth.
Right out,
So you just feel them on there. You'll be reeling real quick. All of a sudden it'll feel like vibrating.
Yeah.
Then you just slow down and start cranking, and more will jump on.
Catch more on, yeah.
Yep. So a lot of times it's like 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
three to 5 you catch. But so it's just going to be like, it's just going to be flying.
Yeah.
Like it might be like messing with it first, then you pull it.
Once he gets in.
Yeah. So when he's messing with it, you'll pull it out of the holder. You'll get ready. If this is up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to go out and try to catch some Opelu first. We'll hook on the Opelu, drop them out, and wait for the big fish to come bite.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the sharks won't eat them.
Oh, damn sharks. All right.
They do. They gotta eat if the line's going under you and I'm like,
don't pedal.
Pedals up, you want to
pull it up.
Well,
okay.
no, you actually just push 1 foot all the way forward, and that way they're going to lie flat on the bottom of the kayak.
Oh, gotcha.
There's still a chance the line, if it's like a mahi or something, it's jumping on the other side, it might still get tangled.
Okay.
So we're just going to communicate, and I'll be like, hey, like, flatten them against the bottom of the kayak, and then I'll be like, oh crap, it's tangled. Pull it out, and then pull it up, and just try to just flick it off there as quick as you can.
Got it.
But this is 80-pound test line. If your hand gets caught in it, you're going overboard. So. Don't
that's
grab
like worst.
it. Really.
That's probably
just,
like worst case.
Just
that's probably like
like
worst case scenario out there.
Just grab. Yeah. There's knives and stuff. We'll make sure you have a knife.
I think you already know your thing. Like what's what's the biggest dangers that could happen? Like.
The pedals breaking is bad.
Okay.
So I mean we'll have a paddle, but these things are not made to paddle. They're tanks. Yeah. So we will bring a paddle as backup, but we'll also bring the extra fins or the extra pedals. So we'll have an extra pedals up there in the front, so that if they break,
if one of them breaks,
you can flip it out. Sometimes if you've been going for 10 minutes or for the day, and all of a sudden it starts to feel weird, you want to pull them up and check them.
Oh,
because sometimes something happens where it just falls off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're pedaling all day with one fin, and that's we don't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. And then sharks. I mean, obviously up in Mokalia is the most sharky spot that we fish. And
so just sharks in and around your boat you're talking about?
And they'll bite you. They'll bite the kayak.
Oh, they'll actually bite the fin.
They'll come up and
the flipper,
they don't really teeth mark. Like this one doesn't have teeth marks in it, but they bumped it.
They bumped it, yeah.
Like last time up there, I had caught this big mahi. It was jumping like way out ahead, and then the shark thought I was a mahi because they're yellow. And all of a sudden you see a torpedo coming from where the mahi was.
Amazing how many YouTubers just fish.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like fishermen, they just go out. They're like, this is my full-time job. Is to go out and fish.
And then.
All right, so right now we're trying to catch the Opelu. It's like the small fish. And a kayak, you kind of need to get those. So it's like the fish source. You can like kind of throw a lure or something like that too. But kind of saw a few of them. But he said that typically, if the Opelu are biting and the big fish aren't biting, but the big fish are biting and the Opelu ain't biting. Yeah, that's kind of the way it works. But yeah, we're kind of searching for these. We've kind of been just going back and forth on this cliff out here. We're about like 200 feet deep. Yeah, we kind of got like this little rig. It's like it's got Got like 5 hooks on it, kind of down. And we drop the bait down and reel it up fast, and then they kind of chase these little fish. But yeah, last time I was in a kayak, I got
Yep. So, okay, so to let it out, you're going to pull this all the way back.
Got it.
And you can just feed it out.
Just feed it out. So yeah. Okay.
And then once it gets out, once you see the blue, just try letting it go. Yeah. Try to see if it just stays, because it's pretty light. It might just stay, and that's fine. If it's pulling out as we're going along, just slide this up
a little bit. So it does it.
Yeah. And then when the fish hits, it's going to be like flying out.
Yeah.
Basically, grab this out of your holder.
Got it.
Hook it to your chest.
Yeah.
Slide forward and just crank as fast as you can.
You mean slide forward? Slide that piece all the way up. Yeah, not all the way, but yeah.
Yeah, as far as it goes to where it stops.
Okay.
Because it has to stop.
And then what's that? What's the trigger on the left again for?
That's a clicker. So if you're letting it out, it's a little easier to take the clicker off, but it doesn't really matter. Like as long as you do it as we're going along, that's fine. And you really want to hug it against your chest. Keep it out like a shotgun to your left.
Just to keep the stability in there.
Yeah, if you're holding it out like this, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
okay,
get
it in
close.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a little easier to fish off the left side.
Oh, because it's more better there. Okay.
That'll be something we can at least eat.
We're headed in. It's been like, I think it's like 2 o'clock now. We got here like 6 in the morning. Drove these little fish the whole day, but couldn't get them. This was like first time in like 2 years I wasn't able to catch the bait fish, but bummer. Guess that's why they call it fishing, not catching. I want to sit down, talk to Sean a little bit about his experience with the outdoors. He's got a kid and a wife, so I know they're kind of all involved in the business. He runs like a catering business where like fish, wild games, a big part of like what he serves, how he serves his customers. Works with like private chef, catering. He's definitely incorporated his outdoor ways into his lifestyle, which is quite inspiring. So whatever. We didn't catch one. It sucks, but we're out here. 2, 1, go.
We got 2 good ones and a lot of small goatfish.
We got a lot of small goatfish. We spent all day looking for these opella. What is an opella? That's kind of like the buffet of the seas.
Yeah, that's a candy bar of the sea.
The candy bar. We got nothing too
Moana,
crazy.
Yellow spot.
You gonna make sashimi out of these?
Yeah, probably.
Nice. We'll probably just chop them up, eat them raw.
Yeah, we'll
sashimi, you just chop it up, put a little lime on there.
Yeah, well, if you do it with the goatfish, you want to like torch the skin. So we'll take the scales off, torch the skin.
Oh yeah, take them off with a spoon, with a knife or whatever.
This guy's good.
One thing I admire about you is like how you integrated the outdoors into your lifestyle.
Yep.
So I guess the question is like, how do you keep that spirit for the outdoors? I guess now you have a kid too. Like, how do you plan on like getting your kid into it?
I'll just every opportunity we get.
Yeah.
Go down to the water, cast the line. Doesn't have to be a full day.
Yeah.
Just get in little bits here and there. And try to make it happen. And just
getting into fishing, like why? What's important? Like you can fish in a kayak. Obviously, we showed you a little bit. I think at the beginning of this video, we showed you a little bit about this particular kayak, like a Hobie. What's the advantage of like a kayak over a boat, and then a boat over a kayak?
You get exercise.
You get exercise.
You get exercise. I think it makes you focus on the small things more.
Oh, the kayak,
you focus how to catch opella and that type of stuff. Versus if you have a boat, you might just go out trolling all day, burning gas, not really knowing what the fish are doing, what they're trying to eat, and
burn a fucking paycheck.
Burning a lot of money. Group.
Little Hawk Culinary Group does weddings, private events.
Yeah, private yachts.
Private yachts. You've kind of been in the food industry for like 10 years or so.
Yeah, 20
25
years. Yeah.
Damn. What do you tell somebody trying to get into the food industry as like an entrepreneur? What would you tell somebody like maybe trying to like, they have a passion for cooking, but like maybe working as like their own server isn't where they kind of want to do their own thing? What do you tell them?
I don't know. I would say make sure you really have a desire to do it and the knowledge before just jumping into it for the passion. Because the money's not great.
Yeah,
So it's not, But I don't know, I think it's neat. If you can draw your other passions into it, like me, I can draw fishing into it. So that makes me enjoy it a little more so than even just the cooking side of things.
Big time. So. I'm fucking beat. It's like a whole different level of tiredness. Right on. Yeah. All right, thanks, Sean.
All right.
Thanks. Hey, buddy.
And then this guy's good, seared. Where is it?
Me and Sean are trying to figure out how to cook this up. Camera's actually going.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Perfect.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
It's funny because we were going for the big fish. I told all my friends like it wasn't a success, but for a lot of fishermen, this would be like a successful day out.
Yeah. No.
I would consider this is like
that's more than enough for dinner. Yeah. So you just basically start up behind the collar there, come down, and you kind of just like let it ride on the bone.
Yeah. Ride on the bone. Sweet. All right. This fish is crazy too, because like a lot of fish in Hawaii, if it's like a predator fish like this one, you have to watch out for ciguataria, which is like what's ciguataria? Ciguataria is like a nervous system disease.
Yeah, nervous system disease.
Yeah. You actually get it in you, and you're just like it kind of like paralyzes you again.
Yeah, well,
in a way.
Switches your sense of feeling from hot to cold and cold to hot.
What? Oh, it's like coronavirus, man.
Yeah, it's a weird one. So usually we'll save the heads and bodies of the fish to make stock.
Sweet.
So we'll just leave that for later.
Okay.
So then now that we got it off the fish itself, basically on these papillo you have some bones going down the midline to about 2/3 of the way down, and then you have this rib cage here. So you just kind of cut off the rib cage.
Oh, he almost got his finger, didn't he?
I did. Slipped out.
That's what happens. Sweet. So you cut that out, and then like the bloodline in the middle, you said,
Yep.
A lot of people don't cut that bloodline on, I feel like.
No, I mean, it has some bones on it, so you have to cut on 2/3 of the way down.
Yeah.
But these ones don't have very much of a bloodline. So.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can see.
So you really just cut down to get out the bone more than anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that meat can also be a little bit stinky. I mean, you can eat it, it's not going to kill you, but yeah.
Yeah, and these fish in the jack family, it still tastes all right. And a tuna for sure, you want to cut out the bloodline.
Oh, just because it's extra.
Yeah, it's just real
dense.
irony taste. It's gonna taste kind of like liver.
Yeah. So two ways you would do this. One is you could like spoon it and get the scales off, gut it, and then just throw it on the grill.
Yep.
Pretty much what a
and
lot of people
usually
do.
like
or
wrap
steam
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrap it in foil and then which is essentially steaming it.
Yeah, you can steam it, but you just got these ones. You gotta make sure, and we're just gonna fillet it.
Yeah,
just
but we will leave the skin on, so we'll try to. It's just keeping the scales a little more from flying. This is just an oyster knife. This is not the ideal. This one we're going to leave the skin on now that we scaled it. So we're just going to cut out. This one has pretty much the same bone structure.
Same little thing, yeah.
Goes down about.
This meat's a little softer, yeah?
Yep, it's definitely more delicate.
Sweet.
So you could, I mean, both of these you could sashimi.
Yep.
But this one's definitely fattier, so.
Okay. Sashimi is like when you cut fish raw, you just cut it right out. What do you add to it? It's just like some soy sauce. You really don't do anything to it.
Yeah, just.
You just eat it right off.
Minimal, yeah. Just dip it in a little soy sauce and wasabi.
Yep.
And that's all it takes. But yeah, this is really good. I mean, you can see it's a nice.
It's like flaky meat.
A lot of effort, a lot of cleanup, all that fun stuff.
Yep.
I'll just send you home with it if you want to. Do you have time to cook it tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Man, you can have some too. Take some back to your family, man.
No. We're good.
Oh,
we're good. I mean, if you'll eat it, or you'll.
I'll
have
definitely eat it. All right. How should I cook it at home? Because I'm gonna finish the video at home.
Yeah. I would just pan sear. So what I'll do is I'll score these sides.
Score some in there. Pan sear. Put some butter in there, maybe some garlic.
After you flip it. So just start it with oil.
Put the oil. Oh, put the butter in there after I flip it.
Yep. So oil first, skin side down. On these ones, you can do either.
What do you mean oil first? Oil in the
pan.
Oh, okay.
So put oil in the pan. Get them all about this size.
Let it get hot. Yeah.
Sear them.
Yeah.
Then flip it. And then after you flip it, put butter in the pan, and then you're going to baste it.
Oh, the butter basted after.
Yeah, so like
otherwise the butter
it'll
will
be
burn.
like this. You'll cook in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The butter will burn because you want the pan super hot. You're going to sear it.
Oh, gotcha.
Flip them. After you flip them, then you just put the butter in the pan. It's going to melt, and as it's melting, you just spoon it over.
Just spoon the butter on it's melting.
So I would do.
So you cook it about halfway through on the first side.
Yep.
And then flip it.
Yep.
Okay.
Enough
one
to
flip.
where it's seared.
Ready to rock. Okay. Nice. Then, in general, when you're pan frying fish, you kind of know it's ready when it's kind of flaky, yeah?
Yep, when it's done.
I mean, you can eat it raw, so it doesn't really matter.
Could,
like,
I mean,
you don't have to like you can't undercook it.
Exactly. If you're doing tuna and that, people are kind of used to it. But if you're doing fish like this, you'll want it to be cooked all the way.
White, yeah.
Unless you're going to eat it raw. For the goat fish, you just want to torch the skin. And then, actually, we'll torch that one so you can see.
Why is that? Just because it gives a better texture?
Yeah, like you can actually eat this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help cook off the slime.
You got a torch?
Yep.
Let's torch a little bit of that one. Try it quick.
Torch it. Wipe off the...
Torching it till it's like, yeah.
Yep.
Like it's gonna get that slime off, basically.
Yeah, the slime, and it adds another layer of flavor to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of sushi restaurants, they'll do this to the snappers and that.
Yeah.
Because their skin does have a lot of fat in it and flavor.
Yeah.
But it might be like too chewy too. So like, if you put it in your mouth and the skin wasn't torched, it wouldn't fall apart. It would just be real chewy.
Yeah. All right, see here on the top, you could definitely taste. That's good. Kind of gives it a little. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I learned that today for sure.
No, with goat fish, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's like.
I mean,
that's money, man.
It's good fish.
Can you eat like bluegills and walleyes and stuff raw, or is that against?
No, so freshwater fish have they don't all have it, but there's parasites that live in fresh water that can get into freshwater fish. So that's why you want to make sure you cook any freshwater fish all the way.
At least cook it, and just like cooking it in lime doesn't count.
I know.
You can't.
Yeah, some of those parasites would live.
Yeah.
I mean, people do it because most of the fish aren't going to have it, but it's kind of like ciguatera. You get that one that doesn't.
Oh God, freaking! It's like Lyme disease. It's gonna kill you something.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of the episode with Sean. Let me see if I got a question for him here. Why do you fish, Sean?
It's kind of like my meditation.
Yeah.
It gets me out on the water, and meditation with an added bonus of catching and eating fish.
Yeah. Sean told me
to serve them.
Sean told me a funny quote that he tells his wife when he's like, we both pursue our passion, but then it also like kind of goes into our life as well.
Yeah. No, I'd say.
But
connecting passion to.
Yeah. What question like do people ask you a lot of times? Like whether it's customers or is there like a question you regularly field?
Where we get the fish.
Where you get the fish.
A lot of people don't want frozen fish, so that's why they like us because we don't use any frozen fish.
No frozen fish, so it all comes off. You go out to auction then and get it?
No, we catch it or buy it directly from the fisherman, or we have a supplier that buys it straight from there. The only time we use frozen fish if they want like something like sea bass or something. Like if we get a special request, like some of that is better frozen. Yeah. Just because it takes so long to get here, but. Yeah, no, any of the local fish. I mean, that's just all like you can go out there and catch it. You just gotta get lucky.
I gotta put in the work. It's definitely some work. It's not easy. All right, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, totally.
Enjoy the rest of it.
Totally.
Let me grab a bag for you.
Man, Sean's been my favorite guest so far. I had 2 other ones, but I had the most fun with Sean.